Welcome to the Foul Out Podcast. Today we got Jalen on the cam, our brother Arkeem, and myself. And we got a few things on the docket today. Some suspicious cases in Mississippi. Women say you broke if you have a car older than 5 years old. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo. And Dame Dash files for bankruptcy and some implications of his relationship with Jay-Z. So to get started, it was a viral post. Let me see, can I find it? Where basically this woman had tweeted that if your car is older than 5 years, then the man is broke. If he has a car older than 5 years, I just found it. Let's see, can I?
If wait a minute, if your car is older than 5 years, you broke.
Yeah, here it is. Women are saying if a man's car is over 5 years old, he's not financially secure.
And what does
And
the
this
next
is
one
the
say?
original tweet.
Say, ladies, when y'all first meet him, if his car is older than 5 years, he is broke in all caps. And y'all will have financial issues. Take the advice or leave it. And it's another one too, like you gotta swipe. If that car is older than 2020, you got a brokey, babe. A well compensated man ain't riding in a 2018. Sorry. Sorry if you haven't
Oh
peeped
my
game.
God.
So
2018?
Hey,
2018 don't seem like that long ago, but I mean,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I
bro, were
saw
we
like the
like this
main
when we were
comment.
like
What did the main comment
teenagers?
say? The main comment said, "Y'all taking it, y'all be with the brokest dudes." And see, a lot of people just don't like that because a lot of people's cars older than 5 years. But let's take it into account. Like, what is she talking about? Like, how rich are the guys she dates? I mean, because if a guy is rolling in millions and he's young, he most likely is not gonna have a car older than 5 years old, right? I don't think. See, what I think she's doing is the car just ain't the benchmark, right? I don't think the car just the benchmark. I think it's a bunch of things, and she just saying, "Hey, look, if you ever see this, chances are he broke." And then she just said one thing. I would love to see somebody like a seasoned gold digger, like come out and just give us the game and like tell us what to look for, what not to look for. You know, like, oh well, if he wear a ring, if he wear this type of ring or this type of chain, he broke, like that kind of stuff. Because you know, gold diggers can see and spot and can tell who is who and what is what. You know. And
facts,
I'd
yeah.
love for one of them to really just come out and lay it all out for us to see.
Yeah, like what do they look for? What's a dead giveaway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Or can you even tell just by looking at a guy? That's one of the most important ones.
I can tell certain people who got money. Can you, Jay?
I feel like it's more than just the physical appearance, though. It's like
It's like
more
an
so how that
aura.
guy carries himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like with the car situation. Cause what if, he got a 2019 and it paid off? That don't mean he broke. He probably just don't want to get a new note. You know what I'm saying? He
Well, what's
probably want to
broke?
stack up and do something else. And that's the
Well, what
question too. What's broke?
what's broke? Like it like but obviously she's talking about some type of upper echelon type of right. She gotta be. I
Spending
mean, you know,
money on her
a
type.
guy who makes six figures, stays in an apartment, you know, his bills paid, you know, but he drive a 2018, that may be considered broke to somebody like her. You know what I mean? Um, but I guess like
Yeah, but if we
rich
speaking
people
in
standards,
general, bro,
like
yeah,
the thing is what I see, and that is like extremely high standards offends the general population. And it's like that, it's always gonna be. And then it's like I notice like if somebody ever makes a criteria for dating, then and a person doesn't fit in that criteria, they kind of get mad and snap off. You know, like, hey, yo, I don't like guys who. I don't like. The girl might say, I don't like dark skinned guys like that. The dark skinned guys be all in the comments. Well, we don't like your piss colored ass either. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
don't think.
different. When you put out a personal preference like that, I think that's different. When you saying, yeah, I prefer this, or I don't really like light skins, or I don't really like dark skins, or you putting a preference out there. But I think it's different in what the post we were looking at is saying, because it's more of a totality view. Like it's saying, like just in general, this is the rule when it comes to this. I think that's the difference here. I really feel like, it ain't a lot of times that it's people hating. I think in them cases that you gave examples of, yeah. But I think sometimes it's just that they got a whack take. Sometimes that is just a whack take. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be
All
their
right.
preference, but when they try to put it on like the general populace, it's like, eh. Because if we talking about broke in general, bro, like just because your car older than what 2020, how can that mean that you just necessarily broke? Like I feel like if you got all your bills paid, you know what I'm saying, you can do what you want to do as far as going and taking trips, buy clothes when you want to, feed yourself whenever you want to. I mean, I feel like what like you said, we got to define broke. I feel like
I mean, it's just all what you've been exposed to. You know what I mean? I mean, because if you go pick up somebody who just dated a millionaire, and y'all start talking, you definitely gonna seem broke to her. Like it may not make her feel bad. She didn't say, "Hey, drop that man if it's car past 2015, if it's car past 2020." She just said he
man,
broke
she
and y'all
saying
gonna
it's
have
like a red
financial.
flag, bro.
She
That's
said y'all
basically what
gonna.
she said.
But she's just giving game almost is what I'm saying from her perspective because like we say, hey bro, if you on Tinder and you see a girl with all face pics, that means she fat. You know what I mean? And then,
But it's
but
a
somebody
great
be like, I just
population of
like
people
my
out there.
face, huh?
It's a great population of people out there who got real nice cars, but they
Saying that
staying
they
with their
mama, yeah,
people,
they all that money going
you
on that
know.
car, yeah, all that money going on that car.
So
But I don't think
I
she's
just
talking
think
about them either.
it's a real slim view.
But she's not talking about them either, though, Jay. Like she can't be. She not talking about
What you
a,
mean?
a woman with
What
a
you
gold digger,
mean?
a woman with a gold digger mentality like that. She's not even acknowledging those guys, like them dudes who stay with the mama and stuff like that. She ain't even acknowledging them. I mean,
Man, we
if
gotta
you ask me,
analyze the
she not
post,
even
man. We gotta
acknowledging
analyze the
that they
post.
exist. You just gotta take things. You gotta take things, and then you just gotta put your common sense context behind it. Like,
Nah.
yes,
When
you
when
do.
it's when it's when it's a take like that, you ain't gotta put too much. Add too much conversation. I like to take a lot of it at face value.
But there are a lot of girls. I mean, look, I'll be real. Like, there are girls who have just face pics, who have perfectly fine bodies, right? It is. But, generally, we're not talking about them.
Don't do
You
it to
know?
Well,
yourself.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Generally speaking, what she said is not true. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a direct correlation. You know what I'm saying? But if she's talking about wealth or like somebody that's like a 1%er for their age bracket, then I'm still not sure that it's correct. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
the people that are 1%ers in our age bracket are like probably work in tech, they probably work in finance, they probably work in they probably have their own business, or maybe they work in healthcare, like because people can be doctors at our age, I think at the very earliest. So it's like, you know, Does the guy that is making 500K at Google, does he drive something like on average newer than a 2020? I don't know. Does the finance bro, that's like an investment banker at Goldman Sachs, you know what I'm saying? It's
Let's
hard to know.
Willie.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna just pick you up on speed. What we talking about?
I know what
There's
you're
a
talking about.
popular tweet. Okay,
I know
there's a
what you're talking
popular
about.
tweet going on where girls say somebody's broke if they car the dude you dating is broke if his car older than 2020. What you say to that?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you fine.
I mean, he broke if his car is older than 2020. Not necessarily, because I had a 2013 in 2020. Then I got a 2021, now I got a 2022, and it's 2025, right? So not necessarily does that mean you're broke. If your car is functional and clean and works, then you probably got money. Because you got money to get it serviced, you got money to keep it clean, you got money to keep it on the road. Like, a car is an expense. People's cars that go kaboom, they don't take care of their vehicle. That's why
I
you
feel
hear,
like I'm being attacked, bro.
no, you're not that. But I mean, look, a car does not have like endless supply of miles. If your car it got over 100,000 miles, you need to really be up on your maintenance, right? So, but if your car has lasted you over 100,000 miles, I mean, you didn't got your money out of it. All right, so perfect example. Arcane, when did you get your car? What year?
2020.
Okay, you got your car in 2020, and it's 2025 going on 2026. Most people don't keep a car 5 years. Jalen, you got your Hyundai Sonata in what, 2012,
Is that
2013?
true? I
2013.
don't
Most people
Yeah.
don't get 5 years out of car. What?
I,
Oh no, Willie, you don't keep a car for 5 years.
no, I mean, look,
Willie had
look
more
at the
cars
average for
than
how long somebody keeps the vehicle. They keep it up to the warranty period for most people. So, the standard warranty for a vehicle is like 5 years, 50,000 miles. Then it goes top down, right? So, like, for instance, if you bought a brand new BMW or a brand new whatever, Jalen's case, a Volkswagen, my case, like brand new, because I bought mine's used, brand new. At about 50,000 miles, he has a choice whether to love it or list it. And that's about 5 years. That's 10,000 miles a year. I'm pretty sure Jalen probably maybe put more than that or less than that. But you have a choice of where your vehicle will probably sell at the most you can probably get for it with taking out the warranty. So a woman who says if your car is not in 2020, that's just not that's just somebody
It
who's
says
just
the length of time people keep their cars on average is like between 8 to 12 years.
that's the average, 8 to 12 years.
Hmm.
So they keep it beyond the warranty period. That's interesting. The salesman told me it was like 5. They keep it up to the warranty because that's the most. That's when you can make the most of your money
I
back.
think you're talking about a specific demographic, bro.
Oh, okay. Because it wouldn't make sense if your car. Because after a certain point, you gotta have it. Like, for instance, my dad, right? He has a car that is 25 years old, bro. There's no point in selling that. You're not gonna get anything back for that vehicle. He has lived beyond it. He has to keep it. So hopefully he has money for a new vehicle, right? Because if something go wrong, you ain't finna get no check for that. The 25-year-old vehicle. But back to what you were saying. Now that girl's wrong. I mean, if your car is nice and well kept, it don't really matter what year it is. That chick just tripping.
But how do you know? Like I was saying, you missed it. But how do you know she's not really just giving like game from a gold digger standpoint? Like, like I said, just like how back in the day you used to say, "Hey, look, this is how you spot a catfish. Tell her to take a picture with a fork. If she hesitate, dead the conversation." What if somebody said, "But what if she doesn't want to take a picture with a fork? She doesn't have to send you a picture." Yeah, all right.
Oh,
It's
Believe
like
that.
if
I
she don't,
just watch. I like to watch stuff like that. Like, all right, because see, you never can listen to Gen Pop. Never listen to the general population. 70% of, I believe, 70% of people are just like they don't even have internal dialogue. They don't truly be thinking. Things just happening to them, and then they react. See, because if you look in those comments, everybody's bashing her, but everybody in those comments is probably actually broke. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So, yeah.
let's go ahead and put an end to that topic. I mean, it's
You're
cool
right.
or whatever, but let's move on to probably the hottest topic of the night. Two men in Mississippi.
Jimmy Kimmel getting fired because of his comments on Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to look into that. So
They,
two
Do
men,
we
Trey
even
Reed.
speak on Charlie Kirk? Like we don't speak on Charlie Kirk because it's too much around his name. I think. Let me just say something short. Charlie Kirk has became what you call it's political, just like COVID. It's political. There's no way in the world all these people even knew who he was. It's just becoming like celebrate his passing if you're on this side, and you stick up for him if you're on this side. You know, that's just what's going on right now. Because like, no way, this dude was not that popular, bro. He was not that popular alive. They've made this political, just like COVID, and that's why I'm choosing to stay up out of it, man. But let's go
they,
ahead and move to something else. We don't even give stuff like that all the time.
Yeah. So Trey Reed and Corey Zukatis, two men found hanging in Mississippi on the same day. Um, yeah, I mean, what have y'all looked into this? Like, what do y'all think about this?
uh,
yeah, I think it's super odd that they occur on the same. Well, first of all, even before that, I think it's super odd to have all of these hanging deaths in Mississippi because it's really reinforcing stereotypes that, I kind of hear when I'm abroad and like, on television, different things like that. And me being from here, I never really would have thought that it would have been like this rampant, if at all, just me being around here, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with the Trey Reed situation, uh, when it gets close to home, it's just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I need to start doing to prepare if I haven't already been preparing for stuff like this? You know what I'm
a
saying?
gun.
Such a young kid. You say what?
Get a gun.
Exactly. That's the first thing that I thought about, right? Like getting more guns, but it's just like at the same time, you look at that situation and you just like
Yeah.
how, like it's 2025. This is a college campus. You know, how is it this easy for this to occur and nobody really know what happened? You know what I mean? Most of the time we had something occur in Mississippi State, as big of a campus as it was, you know, a lot of times we kind of knew what happened, you know what I'm saying? So for this to occur and then for them to come out and say, there's no foul play, that's definitely not the direction that I would have took, as a leader of a university or, anything around that. You know what I'm saying? I would say we're investigating, putting all our resources toward it because it's such a
Unless they know
sensitive
something that we
situation.
don't know. Unless they looked at a camera feed and they saw some, and they just don't want to,
Don't want to.
They got cameras on the Trey Reed thing.
yeah. So I mean, if
They
it's
just came out and said that.
so they
Oh,
and
they got video of it.
They got cameras. They got camera footage, and they
and,
on
and
somebody's trail.
are they on somebody's show? So which one has no
And
foul play?
Trey Reed had no broken arms. You know, they would try to say he had 5 broken
Hmm.
arms and a broken leg and a torso. None of that's true neither. And the Zuccotis dude is not black. He's white. Remember they were out here saying 2 black people got hung. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know why
Well,
people
to be
do
fair,
that.
I never saw that it was two black people. When the second
I
person
did.
came up, it was just
I
another
got a
person had got
screenshot.
hung.
I got a
I
screenshot. I
had
was about
never
to post
seen
it.
it.
They had the real picture of Trey Reed, but they had a picture of Corey Zuccotis is like look like a mixed black dude, more black with curly brown hair. And I was like, when I looked him up on Facebook, I saw like a dude with a tongue ring, look like a rock star type dude. But I don't know, you know.
Man,
Very interesting
that's the
how
Trey
status of
Reed.
the
media
lack
right
of
now. Okay.
visibility and all these type of incidents to where, but I get it. I mean, you wouldn't release no footage or nothing like that if it was somebody doing something to themselves, like that. I do think it's weird that homeless people would hang themselves, but especially in the area you're talking about in Vicksburg, that's just really
Oh,
interesting.
he was homeless.
That's what I'm saying.
A hundred
Vicksburg,
percent had to
the
be home. Or like if they find you out in the woods somewhere, but I mean, this type of activity is just the most alarming one is the Delta State because they found him on campus, like that, and
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of ways you can go about logging out the game, doing self checkout, and hanging is just one of those ones you just wouldn't figure people would do. I mean, in a closet or something like that, okay, but like on campus, broad daylight, you got to get a rope, you got to tie the rope, you got to do all of this effort on
It
yourself
was
to.
broad day, or did they wake up to it?
Well, like you got to have some balls to hang yourself in the middle of campus, because dude, there's people walking around campus at like 5. Like campus, I feel like is open 24 hours. Like people walking around at 2
Mm-hmm.
a.m., people walking around at 2 p.m. So for you to find a little nook to have time to do all that, just seems like a lot. So I'm
That's
not
what
ruling
I'm
out
saying.
really anything though, honestly, because who knows, man? Like this stuff just shows you how, even though we have all these camera systems and all of this visibility and all these people who have like phones, sometimes stuff slips through the cracks. I could definitely see how Zucardis did where they found him at, but the Trey Reed
So,
situation,
so where did they find him? Where did they find him? I don't know
he
much
was
about
found in
Zuccotti.
the Zucardis guy thing. He was found in like Washington Street area. That's why I say homeless, because that's typically where they
Hmm.
they congregate
Yeah,
at.
they said homeless.
Yeah, and that's
They
what I'm
said
saying.
they talked to his family and they confirmed this homeless.
Homeless people typically don't do that stuff. I ain't never heard of a
Yeah, he
homeless
check out.
stuff. Yeah,
Willie, you still here?
hold on.
Hmm.
Am I
But
back
yeah,
now?
my
Yeah.
biggest question is how do they determine that it was like a suicide, not like, somebody else? And Arcane, when you said that they got video and they're on somebody's trail, do they're saying they have suspects, or are you saying they saw that he did it to himself?
They just said they got video. It didn't specific, like I just saw it like right before we got on here.
No, that's probably why they labeled it that way then. Because like if I was an investigator, first thing I'd do is say, do y'all surveillance, have surveillance? If so, let me see it right now. You know, that's probably
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah. I mean, that's the only way that I would be comfortable saying it was no foul play or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like in the worst place in the world for a dude to do it to himself. you know?
exactly.
Right.
And just
Yeah.
to be real, you would think if we're going to do it, meaning somebody black, especially in Mississippi, you wouldn't go out like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because of just the history behind it. Um,
And
and in the case of the homeless person, like Willie was saying, like out of all things, you find a homeless person having hung himself. It just seems
Well,
like
I will say that hanging yourself like the way that the guy did on the college campus, he was clearly trying to make a scene, I think, because you see, like the guy who shot the guy who was the CEO of United Health Group. He wrote a manifesto. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever people are about to do something out of the ordinary, they want to send a message sometimes. And just using a gun in your bedroom or something, it wouldn't send the same message as if when people was walking to class at 7 a.m. they saw that. So
Yeah, but that's the thing. With it, you would feel like there would be signs that classmates would have noticed that he's maybe a little off, or maybe he's into, certain things that wouldn't be normal people wouldn't be into, or, maybe he had a political stance or a religious stance or something like that that would have been prevalent in his behaviors around the campus or something like that. And, you would feel like that probably would have came up, in some type of way with this being a campus, with
He
this being a
definitely should have got,
university.
you know, before you do something like that again, for use the 488 number, but get you some help. There's help out there for people. You're not alone. Get you some help if that's the course of action that you are planning to take. Because at the end of the day, you're better off here, than even though you might not feel like it. So, sad
And I
situation.
found it. It says authorities say there are videos of incident at Delta State. Let's see. Authorities said on Wednesday that there is video of the incident that took place at Delta State University. On Monday, the body of Trey Reed, 21, a black student at Delta State, was found hanging from a tree on campus. An official statement from Bolivar County Coroner's Office, which was released late Monday evening, Coroner Ralph Seals said that based on their preliminary examination, Reed was not suffering from any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with his assault. It says he was also stated that at this time, there's no evidence suggested Reed had been physically attacked before his death. During the press conference at the university on Wednesday morning, Delta State Director of Public Safety Mike Peeler responded to the question, do any videos exist? There have been reports of alleged videos. His response was, there are videos. They are in the hands of an investigation team. He added that the Cleveland police are leading the investigation. So there are surveillance videos that captured what happened to Trey on campus at the time of his death, the reporter asked. And they asked him what else. He said, I can't speak to that at this moment. So basically he's not saying nothing. He's not
But
saying what's on the video.
he's saying they looked at the videos and they saw something, and there's no suspicion of foul play. That he's speaking. He's saying without when read between the lines. You can kind of see what he's saying.
Hmm. That's what I got from it.
Bro, there's video like he trying to, and I get it. They got to save face, man. They're not trying to come out here and make no big scene. Like the family obviously is in distress, and who knows what happened. But if they looked at a video and they saw what happened, and they said, "Hey, man, we saw that video, and we don't suspect any foul play," that means that says enough right there. If that video is being truthfully being told what happened on the video. Which again, on a college campus, for you to try to pull that off to murder somebody with that type of method and broad campus view, I just feel like that's a lose-lose situation. Like you say, you're making a statement.
Yeah,
So
that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. But my thing is this: how can I say this? Would a random Caucasian person, like these are just cops in the town, would they want to help another random Caucasian person get away with the unaliving of a random black person? Like, I
I
know I
mean,
wouldn't
of
do that for
course,
no
there's a
black dude.
possibility of that.
yeah, it's a
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, sometimes whenever it comes to racism, it's very weird. Like, I don't know, are they like, well, he white, we white, he off the black dude, let's help him get away. Is it like that?
But
I don't
how
think
would you
so.
somebody get away from something like this?
Well, trash the video, act like the video don't exist. If everybody in there sitting there watching the video of two white guys do this stuff to him from the tree, and they all sitting around and say, "Hey, we can't send them to jail because they're the same color as us. Let's act like this
Yeah.
video ain't got nothing on it." Will they do that?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
that's
is it that bad? Because I know back in the day they were like that. But I'm saying,
they that's
do you
that'd be
think
tough.
they would be
That'd
like
be
that
tough to
today?
do that now, randomly, random people that you don't have never met in your life. You don't even know if they live in Mississippi or even in your community, and you like, okay, so this is what happened. Versus just doing your like the fall back, like the fall, the kickback on that would be astronomical compared to just doing your job. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if it was
Yeah,
like,
and
Yeah,
then
I
you
was
also
saying,
got to take into account the fact that if you said something like that and everybody wasn't on board,
it's
it
over.
might it's game time for you.
It's game time.
yeah, I'm just saying, like I the way how all this stuff is going, the way how the world is now. I mean, my old self would think that, man, them white guys not finna just help no random. Now, if it was their child or something, I say, man, a random white guy is not finna just help a random white guy with a knife for no reason. It gotta be his kid. It gotta be a kin or somebody he helped to.
But
It
see,
gotta be related to. He's
and
not gonna
Anthony
just
brought up
jump
a
in
good
the
point,
way.
bro. Everybody got,
Or
And
they
that's
gotta be
that's
in
what
the
I would think.
clan.
but
Gotta
everybody
be
got
a
to be on
clan
board for that.
member.
DA got to be on board. The person that's doing the
Yeah.
investigation, because if they
Yeah,
find any
gotta
evidence,
be a
there's
lot of clan members
anything.
all throughout there.
Yeah, it's too much work for that. And then in a short amount of time, you got to think about it, dude. He was on campus, so you don't have time to prep. I mean, somebody probably walk on campus, they see this dude swinging, they call the police. Obviously, the police didn't see him, right? Because they would have got him that night. So somebody walked on campus and saw him. So it's just too many uncontrollables for you to be risking your entire life to save somebody. Even if they was my kid, right? I could do the best I can, but it's like, bruh, you did something so freaking open. I can't even think
It had to
about.
be a conspiracy.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of a way to how to finesse this because, it's like, yeah, it's like if
It had to be so many people involved,
right
from
on
like
Yeah.
school staff to like
such a
students
short
to like.
notice, such a
I
short
mean,
notice.
we don't know if it's short notice now.
No,
We
it
don't
is
know
short
if it's short
because they
notice
found the
because
body in the
if
middle. Like when I
for
say
what we talking about, it could be premeditated. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Like if in fact,
But how do you premeditate killing some random kid on a campus? Like that's so many layers in that. That's why I just think the more we dig down this, it's more than likely
yeah,
what
that's
it
why I
is.
said it would have to be a conspiracy. Just
Right,
playing
this
devil's
kid would have to
So
advocate.
be more than just some random
as a
student.
consensus,
I don't know. I got to
go
see the
ahead,
foot.
Willie. What you were
I,
saying?
I'm sorry. As a consensus, dude, unless they release the video, which they 100.
As a
percent
consensus, we believe that he actually hung himself. Can we say that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the evidence
I
that's
we
the
would
most
think.
get,
likely outcome.
it's the most likely outcome.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
It's just the connotation, like Mississippi. Mississippi has a terrible connotation of being racist. It's like every movie that ever came out in Mississippi that was Mississippi esque is racism in it. Like even look at Sinners. There's
Yeah,
always So even
I
though
would
it ain't
say
like that for real.
yeah, and I would also say that um, the headline itself, the headline speaks for itself. If you were writing an article and you put a headline, "Man found hanging in Mississippi today. Police say no foul play." You don't even have to make any suggestions or any connotations. The people will take that and create the story for themselves.
Exactly.
So I think that's what happened here.
Or
So
at
we
least
can
come up
move.
with
And
a
then
scenario.
that's what I'm saying. And when the facts came out, this guy could have possibly been self-inflicted, and the other guy was white, which could have possibly been self-inflicted. But they used the bad connotation of Mississippi, to make money off headlines. What you finna say, Jay?
Yeah, no, I was just about to say in that situation, if in fact the second dude did turn out to be black on the same day, we would have been talking about a whole different
Let's see what's
situation.
on
I
my
feel
TV
like.
back there. This
Yeah,
kid was making fun of
it would have def turned
Charlie
to conspiracy theory then.
Charlie Kirk. He was doing this. making fun, like during a rally or something like that, making fun of Charlie Kirk down at Texas State, and he got suspended. Is that free speech though? Can y'all see it? Well, see, he jumped up there and then said, "Oh, my neck." See, he falling on the ground and pretending like he Charlie Kirk. And I don't know about doing all that. But like I said, this whole thing politicized, you know.
Yeah. But moving on to Damon Dash, he was on the Breakfast Club this week, and he recently filed for bankruptcy. And they always asking questions about Jay-Z. So anyway, the main question we came to was, do most friendships end because of outgrowing one another, or is it from like a conflict, like a direct conflict that happens? What do y'all think?
I think it's outgrowing.
I think it's
And it may not even be necessarily outgrowing one another, but like your situation could
yeah.
outgrow.
Sometimes life forces you to calm
Yeah.
down, and so you got to reassess the situation.
So you say your situation. What you just say, Jalen? You say your
So
situation
yeah,
can
like
outgrow
basically
the
your
person.
situation can grow the distance. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that y'all kind of like grew outside of one another, or you know what I'm saying, but it's like your growth caused there to be a distance. Like maybe your trajectory caused you to travel to this place, and now you just can't talk to this person as often, or y'all can't kick it as often, or you know what I'm saying, or y'all just might lead so different professional life that y'all can't come back grounded on a personal level or something like that. I don't think it's like I don't think you outgrow the person or
All right, but can you speak on that for both sides? You speaking on it from the perspective of the person who has gotten the growth and it's taken off. Can you speak to that as the person who kind of stayed grounded, stayed the same, and didn't kind of like become wildly successful, or the person who
well,
didn't
see, I
grow?
think that's what we assuming is that you know, that just because this person reaches a certain level of, wealth or whatever your metric of success is, that this person isn't necessarily successful. And that's why I mean by like the growth in your person being that thing that actually like determines the distance. Because if you, for instance, doing something in business and become very wealthy, whereas this other person may not do something in business, but in their space, they may be very well connected, very well known, and be reaping the rewards or whatever it is in that kind of showcase. So it's not to say that you guys both aren't enjoying varying levels of success, but it's just that the roads that you guys have taken have kind of led you guys into a space where you don't have as much in common, or you don't have as much like space to be together or be, around each other as much. I feel like,
So
but
have
I feel
you
like
ever
y'all might be still
experienced
the
that?
same type of people.
Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, I feel like I have, especially in college. Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest examples I have is just like, I don't think we a lot of the people that I was cool with, I don't think we stopped being as communicating as we used to be, or I think it's just one of them things where we just grew into our careers after college, and that led us to certain places, led us to basically different small worlds. You go to a different place, you get new people, you get new hobbies, you get new activities, places to go, whatever it may be. So I think you just kind of grow into that and you feed into that, and it's not something that's directed at the person that you were cool with. It's just something that came with you leveling up in life. You know what I'm saying?
See, I asked you that because see, Willie will never be able to answer that question. Willie will never admit that he kind of like outgrew somebody or nothing like that. Willie just be, you know how Willie be like the
Cap.
sugarcoat stuff,
Cap.
act like everything all gravy.
Cap. I've definitely outgrown.
So you outgrew some,
Yeah, dude.
but you still hang with them.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't talking about you still
Put a
hang
name
with
on it.
I'm saying I don't. What I'm saying is I don't hang with people that I went to like high school with exclusively. In my mind right now, I have friends from high school and that I hang out with, and it's very few, right? Like, very few. Like I hung out with Reagan, I hung out with Tyler recently. I've seen Gary, like me and Gary, I just see Gary all the time. Like it's weird how I've seen him in Atlanta. I saw him in Vicksburg like a couple months ago. But like you don't get like your high schooler, like, but as you get older, the circle gets smaller. Like I don't talk to Didi and Calvin as much as I would like to. But I definitely, if we ever get a chance to hang out, it's gonna be like nothing ever skipped a beat because that's just my boys. But life just happens, bruh. I talked to Charles the other day. I haven't seen Charles in person probably in a year or so. Rick, like it happens. Life happens, and it's not necessarily an event. It's just how it goes. You're not gonna be able to keep all your marbles, right? Some marbles you're gonna lose, but that don't mean the connection's not there. That don't mean you can't reach out. That's one of the benefits of, I guess, of social media is that you can kind of stay linked somehow, reach out and talk and do things like that. And but I never had I've never really had a falling out with a friend. I don't think like to where it was just like some event happened. Mainly, life grew us apart, and that's why I think like if life grows you apart, it can grow you back together too. You can have something that pulls you back together. But but yeah, definitely growing apart. I don't even think it's financially either. Like, I mean, of course, financials are nice and things like that. But I didn't make friends with these people because we had money, right? My college friends, we were all broke, so we didn't become friends because we was lucrative. But yeah, I definitely think that you can grow apart. But growing apart, I think is natural. I don't think it's something that you should be scared of. I don't think it's something that's like weird. I think that's just part of it. But you can still stay connected, but you can grow apart. Yes.
Let me
Personally,
ask you something, bro.
personally,
Why you change your voice when you gave that statement?
I changed my voice. No, no. I might got whatever Tyrese.
personally, I don't think that. Personally, I don't think that growing apart. I think that growing apart is a function of distance. And let me know if y'all follow me on this, because have you ever grown apart from somebody that you talked to and was around every day? Like, I'm a big believer in that. When you like, friendship is a function of proximity. So when you grow up and the kids that live in your neighborhood, those become your best friends because you see them every single day. The people that you go to school with, you see them every single day. But when you go to college and they don't go to the same college, that's when you start to see a drift, you know, or, when you graduate college and then move to a different city, that's when you start to drift apart. But the people that you see and talk to every day, 9 times out of 10, you share your ideas with them, you share your thoughts with them. They can grow and will grow with you. They will grow with your thought process. That's what they say. The people that you hang around influence you because, yeah, it all makes sense. Your ideas are coming into my mind. My ideas are going into yours. So I'm starting to think that, if somebody is really career focused and another person, even if they're in another career, if y'all hang out and see each other every day, both people will become career focused, you know. And I think that's it, like the people that you talk to and hang around every single day influence you. in ways, and when that proximity, is no longer there, that's when people grow apart.
Uh, I,
I agree with that for the most part. Really like 90%, but I also do think, just because distance grows, what I'm saying, that don't necessarily mean that y'all
yeah,
kind of grow apart. You know what I'm saying? I think in a lot of cases, you can maintain communication. You can take trips. You can do different things to, what I'm saying, maintain that kind of connection with that person. And it's one of those things too where and that's also something that I'm learning as well as a growing adult, is that it's not necessarily the closeness or the proximity to a person that dictates like the closeness, or how endeared, how much we endear each other or something like that. But it's really the history, the connections that you form. And I mean, honestly, that's something that you don't have to kind of be in connection with somebody every day or see them in close proximity every day in order to maintain. It just helps a whole lot, I feel like.
Let me retort a little bit. I'm not saying that if you are distant from somebody, that guarantees you grow apart. I'm saying that if you're around somebody every day, that that guarantees closeness. See what I'm saying? So is there anybody that you have been around all the time and talked to every day that you've grown apart from?
Oh, he finna say yeah.
Oh,
That's the
I
real
mean,
question.
that's definitely, I don't want to go into the weeds, and if I am, just let me know.
No,
But
go
it's
into
just
the
like,
weeds.
yeah, but it's just like in school, bro, you was around a lot of people that you had to kind of talk to every day, or what I'm saying, be around every day. And as soon as you left school, like, you didn't talk to these people, you ain't contact, you ain't put in no effort to be around these people. So I think
Well,
it's a
well,
lot of cases,
you're getting away from my point. I'm
and
saying,
that's
is
why
there
I say I'm probably getting into the weeds.
have you ever been around somebody every day, talk to them every day, and then one day you woke up and was like, you know what, we don't vibe no more?
well, I
Not really, right?
nah, but that don't.
No,
I
not if we were
I don't know what
vibing.
the
I mean, I
that.
don't think you said that in the first case,
I
but
mean, it's what you say, Willie.
I don't know. I thought the original question. What's the original question again? The one we started. What was the question of the prompt?
Well, it
that's what I
kind
said.
of
I don't think you
elevated.
said the part about the vibe part. Yeah.
Basically, let me boil it down. I'm saying that distance is the catalyst for growing apart. But
Fair,
if you remain close to that person, you won't grow apart from them.
fair. I thought we were equated to
Yeah.
friendship. Sorry,
Yeah.
because like
I
in
agree
my
with that.
mind, I was thinking like it don't matter how close I am to you. If we not friends, we just not friends. We could just be acquaintances that see each other every day, but not necessarily friends. Like
Right.
your friend don't really matter, honestly. Like or the time apart, like your true friend, and that connection I think is not even based on proximity. But to your point though, you're exactly right. The closer you hang out with somebody and you see them on a daily basis, y'all do establish some type of relationship that the distance will cause the fizzle. But if it was equated to friendship, then I don't think that distance really matters with true friendship or time, to be honest, with true friendship. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, at least in my
I guess it
life,
just depends on
distance.
how. I guess it just depends on how it is, because I mean, it was people in PSC that I just never vibed with, but I never vibed with them anyway, though.
And you saw him every day, huh?
So it was a lot of them. So when, yeah, like yeah, every day, every time I came
Yeah,
around, like, hey, at one point in time,
yeah. That
like
proximity doesn't
I
mean
just
friend.
didn't, I just didn't vibe with him. So he was proximity. He was as proximity as you can get, and he was around all the time. I just never vibe with him. But I guess he's talking about somebody who once was cool, always,
If
together.
he
But
talking
me and this
about just being
person,
around somebody
we
every day, I
never
100%
really
I
vibed
100%
like
agree.
that.
But if he talking about
It's
friendship,
multiple people.
friendship is beyond. Because I mean, like my mom, her two best friends live nowhere near her, right? One of them lives not even in a whole other country, and they like. And if you ask her who her two best friends are, she would say them, not even the people that she hang out with on a daily basis.
Yeah, we hear you.
What I was saying was that friendship isn't proximity, in my opinion. My mom's two best friends live thousands of miles away. But if you ask her who her two best friends are to this day, she gonna say them, even though they only see each other like 3 times out the year.
Facts.
I'm gonna act like I heard that. But see, this the thing. All right,
Why
so
would you
we got
say
an announcement. Today is A's last day podding in that apartment. This is last time, and hopefully this is Willie's last time podding with that iPhone 4. And then he gone.
That's some timing right there, boy.
Oh my God. I wonder if he's gonna be able to make it back. I think the phone like be heating up. He got like iPhone 4.
You said it like 3 times.
Imagine walking around with an iPhone 4 in 2025.
And then try to do a podcast with it.
It's like, bro, you could literally go to AT&T and get a free phone. It's better than the iPhone 4, but
Willie was not gonna ever agree with that girl talking about that car being older than 5 years old.
Yeah. I looked at it like is this some like gold digger game? That's how I was looking at it. But whatever.
Yeah.
Now another thing like I wanted to tell y'all about was I recently looked up some stuff online, and it was like a survey that went through. I forget who made it or whatever. All I remember was this. The survey read that most black men. You back, Willie? Okay, so this is it. So recently online there was a survey that I saw, and it said black men feel more comfortable expressing themselves to strangers than family and friends. Can y'all believe that?
Yes. And I believe it because growing up in life, the people that you are closer to, just like Ant said, that you see on a daily basis, are the people that know your vulnerabilities. They know your sensitivities, your weaknesses, up to a point and everything like that. And oftentimes they're the one who have been around because this happens to everybody, some of those vulnerabilities get exposed or, just whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, especially in families growing up, like they gonna be the first one to join you because they know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that's part of the reason. You know what I mean? And I'll say just from my personal experience, the white people that I've come around have been much more open, much more vocal. I was just in Mississippi State and I was like this. I was on Two Brothers' balcony and I was like this. I was watching the fight on my phone and dude tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around. He was like, "You all right, man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm watching the fight." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Oh, okay. If you want to, you can come over here and sit with us." And I was like, "I'm good, but I appreciate you." You know what I'm saying? And then this other guy had did the same thing. He was standing up and he ended up telling me, how he liked black women and how like Alcorn performing on the field at halftime, it was just like wow, and how he ended up dating a black woman and stuff like that. Huh?
Wait a minute. Wait, did I say black men feel more comfortable I was supposed to say black men feel more
He
comfortable
said
expressing
he
themselves
was
to
saying talk to
strangers.
strangers. He didn't say they
I
had.
didn't
Yeah.
say white people, did I?
Nah, Jalen let
Nah,
loose.
you said strangers.
Okay.
He let loose. He
I
said,
Nah,
messed up
what's
the
it?
whole clip. Y'all me the
What's
clip.
it?
I
got a
messed up
whole
the
clip.
whole clip.
It's on. When he was talking, I was like, "Wait, what?" He didn't necessarily say
But
they white.
it still works because they were strangers.
They were strangers.
He
Yeah.
said
But we
white
don't know if
people.
he was code switching though, because he said they was white. Jalen could have been code switching, in that situation. We don't know how he would have got down. But that is kind of crazy that you just jumped to that white conclusion. All he said was strangers.
Yeah, we gonna have to cut all that out. But
Nah, hey,
I was going cause initially I was going to the fact that, when I'm talking about black people will talk to strangers, it's more so like therapists is what I'm thinking of. Like
Hey,
you'll
bro,
talk to
I'm trying to
therapists.
get a clip. I'm trying to get a
Bef-
clip, and Jalen just messed up the whole thing, man. All right, we finna start.
It
We
was
finna
a
try
good
this again,
story
bro.
too.
Huh?
It was a good
Bruh.
story too.
it was. I was
He
just trying
said
to.
they came to me and said, "Man, you want to sit with us?"
Sit with us.
Oh man, that's good humanity, bro.
They thought he was sad. Jalen was giving sad boy vibes. Sad boy, sad
Yeah, I
Philly
thought
boy,
I was
I want
sad,
to. All
bro.
right,
sad making
I'm gonna
boy.
say it again. This is for clip references. Willie, I want you to speak on it. All right.
Okay.
I was reading an article the other day. I think it came from the UK or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But it said that black men feel more safe, and they feel they feel they. I messed it up again. Hey, we
Kill,
got. Hold on, I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna clip it right
More
quick.
comfortable,
kill it.
more
This take
comfortable.
Jalen. Look,
Okay,
this
okay,
take.
here I come again. All right. Here we go.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
man.
reading this article yesterday, and it said that black men, out of everybody, feel more comfortable expressing themselves and venting to a stranger rather than their own family and friends.
Okay. I mean, I think we all would. I mean, it depends on what you're venting about. Like, sometimes it's good to have a stranger because they just don't say nothing and they just don't exist in your life, and so you can kind of say whatever the hell you want to say, but that can get you in trouble too. But I mean, family members a little bit different because you don't want them to have to feel burdened by what you got to say, especially if it's something like critical. So I could definitely see how a stranger, you might tell him your deepest, darkest things, man. Like I didn't had strangers tell me stuff on the job site that's just like, bro, you would not say that to anybody in your family, but you're saying it to me because they just want something they want to get off their chest, and that's a way of therapy, and for a lot of people, they don't have a lot of, they might not have a therapist, but talking to people that they don't know about stuff who really just gonna judge you off of face value and not really gonna
He,
take any of your life
he
into
trauma
account.
dumped on you?
I mean, he wasn't even trauma dumping. What he said was actually hilarious. Honestly, it's one of the funniest things I ever heard on the job site. Basically, he pulled out a
What'd he
Facebook.
say?
He pulled out a phone. Man, it's 2017, right? He pulled out a phone. We sitting here talking about this job we were doing over in New Jersey, over near Trenton, and he says, "You see this old girl here on a Facebook mobile, bro?" He said, "I think she wants me to come over there and bang her out." Like word for word, dude. Just imagine this old white dude, disheveled with like a baseball cap. He said, "I think she wants me to go there and bang her out. She's been blowing me up all day." Like dang well he would never have said that in any other type of function. But it's 10 p.m. at night on the side of the interstate, and this dude drops this on us, and nobody judged him. We just laughed and kept it kicking. Now imagine he was saying that to his sister, or his mom, like somebody like related. They gonna have judge. They gonna be like, all right, what's Tony doing? But me, I'm just kicking it and laughing. That's what I look at it like sometimes. When you talk to strangers about stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's real because it's just like right. If you graduate and you want to go into politics and stuff like that, and then if all of a sudden you finally get on the news because I don't know, you outside helping kids build tricycles or something like that, you gonna have that cousin from like when y'all was like 5 years old, and both of y'all was riding y'all tricycle, and she ran over a pebble and messed up her training wheel, and she asked you to help her put her training wheel back on her tricycle, and you ain't help her put it back on. And it's just like she gonna probably talk to people and be like, you know what? He wasn't like that growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time he helped me fix my bike. Now he out here fixing people's bike. You know what I'm saying? It's just for example, that's how it is. Like your family, and sometimes a lot of times your friends too are the ones that kind of like, well, historically they've been around you and everything, so they're the ones who can kind of like, I guess, poke holes in whatever it is that you want to say, or, you know what I'm saying, question you because maybe this is not a way of, thinking that you normally employ or something like that,
And strangers
versus
do.
where that stranger just gonna be open.
Yeah,
But the
they give
Bible
you
does say a
service.
man has little honor in his hometown. Go ahead though.
Hey, bro, I remember that stranger told our king, "You walk up to her like that stud you are." See, you ain't getting that from the home crowd, bro. They ain't saying the stud you are. And you meet some randos in the street. I'm telling you, bro, some of the funniest conversations you have are with people that you saw one out of the rest of your life. You saw them boys for
Yeah,
one,
man.
bro. I still
Remember this
remember.
lady in New Orleans was on Jalen talking about some
I
wrap your meat.
I still
Wrap
remember.
your meat.
I still remember we was
She said, my son.
that's
That's what she
crazy.
told Jalen. She said, like, I'm serious, you guys. Wrap your meat.
I
My
remember when we
son
was in
caught
Panama City.
chlamydia
The,
down
the
here. Wrap your meat.
the second or first time, I forget, Jalen had us out in the boondocks in Panama City. But I remember for the rest of my life. I remember me, Anthony, and Josh. We stormed up that security stairway up there where no, it was me, Anthony, and our king because Josh was already
Yeah,
up there.
Josh got left.
He got
Yeah,
left,
Josh got left.
and them dudes said, "Okay, bro, we're gonna open the door and we're just gonna bum rush it. Okay, 3, 2, 1." Man, that door opened. We all just took off. Like 10 people just took off running up the staircase with some random dudes that I will never see again in my life. But I just remember he said, "All right, we're gonna do it. 3, 2, 1." We ran all the way up there to like the top floor, and Josh was in there looking crazy. It was just a great
Josh
time.
never made it.
That's right. He
Did
never
he
made
ever
it.
make it? Did he ever make it? Like, I think. I don't know.
Hard to know. Hard to know.
But them type of stuff like that, bro, it's like those are pretty interesting, funny stuff. So yeah, I definitely believe that. But I believe that's not just for black men. I think that's for a lot of people. Share it with a stranger.
You think that's for men, period, that they
Yeah,
feel
man. I mean,
uncomfortable
Tony
talking
Soprano
to a
taught us
stranger?
that, man. Tony Soprano had a therapist, right? And so
What's the craziest thing a guy on a park bench ever said to you?
craziest thing, definitely Banger Out got to be up there. Banger Out, he the one that come to mind every single time. Craziest thing some random person ever
For
said.
me, craziest thing a dude ever said was he said his doctors gave him all type of medicine for his back pain, but nothing helps better than weed.
Okay.
So,
That was crazy to you?
Well, I mean, I don't really talk to that many strangers. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of guy that when I'm out, I keep eyes straight. I don't really, you know what I'm saying, just really chat with that many people. But I'll tell you one thing, Arkeem, people love coming up to him and just saying random stuff.
no doubt. I'm a very
Man, what you say
unapproachable
that
dude.
dude said to you in Walmart that time? And you said, "See, I see Walla A don't come in here though."
That dude was crazy, though. He don't count. He don't count.
Craziest thing somebody else said to me. Oh, I can tell
Okay,
you.
maybe you don't have
Speak
one.
on. I can't. Well, it wasn't a stranger, so I don't count. But yeah, I can't. I couldn't say it anyway. That one hit too close to home. Hey, y'all want to know something crazy? Somebody
What?
told me
What's that?
today. This might get clipped out. I don't know, but I need to put it on there. Speaking of strangers, it wasn't even a stranger though. Somebody told me today that I was on the T app. They called me.
What?
they called me, I answered, and they said, "Hey, what's going on?" I knew the person. They're like, "Hey, I want you to know something because you didn't know. You are on the T app. Like somebody put you on there. I made a comment for you." She said, "I can't even screenshot it because it like blacks out the screen." I was like, "Whoa, okay,
Take a picture with something else.
yeah, I guess so."
What is the
Oh, I'm
T app?
sorry, that was
What is
irrelevant.
that?
Well, it's,
What is
apparently,
the T app?
what she told me, it's an app where they post dudes. It's only girls. Like only girls can get on it. It's all anonymous. You have to even verify that you're a girl. So like you have to do like a whole like, and it's an invite only. It's like once you get in, you have to invite 3 more girls to keep your membership. Anyway, it's basically a girl like club where they can just look at dudes and be like, make comments and stuff like that. And so like she said, yeah, most of the time they upload people who are just like pieces of crap and like this scumbag. But you were on there, and I made a comment. I said, "Oh, he's a great guy. He's one of my best friends. He's a cool dude." But she said it was so weird, and I was like, "Bro, I never heard of the T app except that one time people were talking about it on like Twitter." So I was like, "Dang."
What did they say about you?
She said she would let me know. She said she would keep me up to date if they said something like somebody popped off or nothing like that. But it like even the person who uploaded it, it's
It's
like a
the
crazy.
lamest nigga in the city.
It's like a crazy username. It's like a Reddit username. You know how Reddit usernames be like starfish capital 7212. Like it's like that. So you can't even relate it to a person. It's just a complete. It's almost like Yik Yak for girls, except they can upload pictures and stuff. But yeah, I was like, oh dang, that's crazy. Cause I was gonna download
So
the
it's
app.
just
Yeah,
getting
she
on there
said you
just
can't get on.
talking noise about.
Yeah, that's
It's
all
just
it
in there just talking trash about guys.
is. Yeah,
Hey, I'm glad this came out in 2025. You heard me?
me too.
I got a lot to say. You heard me? But this ain't therapy.
That app probably won't last. I feel like it could be fun or interesting for a
At
little while, but
first, yeah.
people ain't just like going on there every day. Maybe if a girl meets a new guy, she gets on and checks, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But like,
probably.
how can you find? So let's just say if a girl named Tina meets a guy at a bar named Derek.
Mm-hmm.
If she want, can she check to see if Derek is on the T app?
Yeah, I bet you it works better for smaller areas, but yeah. You could just put it on there like, hey, have you guys, or what you could do, let's say you met on a dating app. You could be like, hey, have you guys met this guy on a dating app and what kind of person is he? And then if it's like, they might get on.
They ain't gonna have nothing good to say about
No,
nobody. That's what
never,
the one thing you got to understand.
never are. They
If
never
you
gonna.
on there,
Oh, they rep, man.
yeah,
Just
they
rep.
never. There's gonna be nobody on that app where they're gonna be like, "Hey, this dude right here, he's solid. I
Yeah,
messed up. I cheated on him."
yeah.
Nah,
Nobody.
Hmm.
somebody else
They
go
gonna
get it.
say he's a
You
weird.
never gonna see
Yeah.
that.
He's a piece of crap. But you could look at you could you gotta take stuff and take it in stride. If they got you on a T app, that means you hot in the city. So.
Okay,
It
now I think you
does.
put. Now I think you put yourself on there. Now that's what you got me thinking.
Bro, I mean, I ain't a good thing. I'm saying that if a girl took time to put you on an app where like it's a whole bunch of other girls so they can just poke at you.
I'm interested to know what picture they put on there. They put the picture with the wig.
No, she said it was one of me when I was at work. Oh, they grabbed it off an app probably. I don't know. If they put that one on there,
Oh man.
I'd be the hottest in the city.
Interesting.
All right.
Um, okay, let's see. I guess the last thing on the docket, Terrence Crawford beat Canelo.
Willie
Um,
owed me $20.
Oh, you know,
so where does TC fit amongst the all time greats now?
well, he up there. Probably
Yeah,
top 25. Like,
he definitely an all timer.
yeah, he probably top
All right,
20.
so I'm guessing that message is from Jalen.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
what it just feels like, I mean, he beat Errol Spence. He only had 2 big fights, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It feel like He's supposed to be a bigger name. It's almost like he like Usyk almost.
And
If he fight Canelo,
and they both the same. Like bro, let's be real. The star power in boxing has faded tremendously in the last 50 years. Let's just be honest. You can go to the last 30. You can go to the last 30 years and say it has. So, like what him and Usage have accomplished would arguably have you saying they're the greatest of all time. I still don't think he's the best pound for pound. I think Usage is, and because I think Usage has fought better quality than Bud has. They are both still great. To be undefeated like they are at the age of 37, they both are 37. That's crazy. But I think they're all timers. Now, where does that put you? I don't know. But I think they're all timers for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Willie.
What you mean? You don't think they're all timers?
Yeah, they all timers, but they're not superstars.
No, God no.
It's like back in the day, it used to be more stars for people.
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I said. Back in the day,
there was just kind of like who else can Terrence Crawford fight? I guess he can come back down and fight Gervonta, but I think he'll beat Gervonta to sleep.
In an interview with Stephen A. Smith, he said every time he goes up a weight class, he never goes back down. So he said he want to stay at 168.
Okay.
What if he beats Bivol, the dude who beat Canelo?
That could be an interesting match.
Yeah. He had to go up to like 170 though. 175. I think that's what Bivol was, about 170, 180. Something like that.
I told y'all he was gonna beat Canelo though. I told y'all.
Yeah, I said it last pod.
That hunger, man, that hunger. But
he's 37 though.
Yeah, 37.
They say he turning 38 this month though.
Yeah, he's older than.
I hate that. Yeah, Canelo like
35,
34.
Oh.
But this has been a good pod. Anybody got any final thoughts?
No,
it's crazy to me. Like Arcane mentioned about how many, like, ever since 45 came in, President Trump. I ain't gonna do it like my parents. My parents said 45. Like, bruh, Stephen Colbert show is ending, done, right? And now Jimmy Kimmel, they're getting rid of all the late night television talk shows. That's just interesting to me. Is next gonna be Jimmy Fallon?
He just suspended.
No, they ending the show. He's suspended indefinitely. They're ending the late night show on ABC. Yeah, they're ending it.
What the heck? How?
They ending the Stephen Colbert show on CBS. They killing it. They also killing the late night show as well. He's suspended indefinitely, but they finna end the show.
For like disrespecting Trump?
Bro, who knows? I think they're all trying to. I think ever since that lawsuits that they've been losing, them 60 Minutes, they just trying to appease. They just doing 100% damage control. Like it's getting spooky. First Amendment getting spooky, but yeah, it's over with.
It's free speech, but you just don't say nothing I don't like.
Exactly. It's over with though. So yeah. Think about how long Kimmel show was.
Like I said, I ain't one of these dudes who's just gonna be stuck over here. London, here I come, baby.
Yeah.
Do they have free speech in London? Do they have 10 commandments?
Boy, what?
10 commandments? I'm sorry.
Bro, let's file out. He didn't file. That's the clip. That's the clip. That's the clip right there. That's the clip. That man just said that they got 10 commandments in London. The clip is done. Forget what Jalen
amendments.
That's worse than when DJ said they got all the Italians out of the Oh my God.
But
the commandments.
But yo, it's been a good pod. Appreciate y'all for joining.
We're gonna
We
close
had,
out on that one.
yeah, we got 5 fouls, and we about to foul out.
Wow.
Peace.
Peace.